So I was speaking with a friend of mine at an insurance agency. They do underwriting a few weeks back, and we were talking about some of the claims they see. And there's certainly a big difference between what we see on the NTSB accident databases and reporting versus what we see reported for claims at the insurance agencies and the underwriters. And one of the things that stuck out to me was a significant percentage of their claims is taxiing. I know the pilot was heads down and taxiing and clipped their wing on a hanger. Or they were taxiing with their heads down and accidentally clipped a runway light with their prop as they zigzagged. And interestingly, the largest number of the claims were not private pilots at hour 60, 70, 80. The largest percentage of the claims were actually pilots who had recently upgraded their aircraft or had recently upgraded their avionics packages. You know, many times we think as pilots that we can multitask. We think this in real life too, you know, and everything else we do, that we can do multiple things at a time. And the reality is the research shows that we are not multitasking. We're actually just switching tasks. So when we break that focus of tasks, we're not actually doing multiple things at once. We're just doing more things at the same time with smaller breaks between them. As we look at our aircraft and the changes we've had over the years, we've increased the technology levels in the aircraft and certainly increased the technology levels in things that we bring with us into the cockpit as well. But as we work with advanced avionics, we end up heads down a lot of times. And that heads down time is really pretty dangerous. If we're heads down, we're really not paying attention to what's happening around us. Even though we may have a clearance, things happen, whether somebody else is in an area where we were expected to be, whether they were cleared or not. The best advice is to stop. And I know we want to keep our airplane moving as we think about costs of rental or gas costs. You know, we want to get those airplanes moving. But the cost of crashing our airplane or dying is certainly a lot higher than the extra half a gallon of gas that we might spend as we park for a couple minutes in a run-up area and program either our GPS or our iPad for that route.